Good morning. This morning I was thinking about talking about how you can practice breathing deeper. When you do it every day, it's easy to forget that you have to learn how to use the breath as a tool. I once was teaching a class and she was teaching us about breathing. It's like, that's normal. We do it every day, but breathing for a specific purpose is something that can be practiced and sometimes needs to be practiced, because we can get into the habit of, yes, we're breathing automatically, but we may only be breathing up into our chest, or not taking full deep breaths, or creating tension in our body while we're breathing. So actually taking some time to practice deep belly breathing can be really important. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were saying they were getting panic attacks. They were only getting short breaths into the upper chest through the mouth. They were struggling to breathe through the nose. They were struggling to breathe deeply. And one of the things that they were challenging was, as they were breathing in, they were pulling in their stomach, thus creating tension and no space for the air to flow in. Your body works best when you actually engage your diaphragm in such a way that it pulls down while you're breathing in. And that can be challenging when you're not used to it, because you're engaging different muscles. And two ways that I found that could be helpful is, one is if you put your hand on your belly, and as you're breathing in, you feel your hand rising or pushing out. And then as you're breathing out, it moves in a little bit. Don't suck your belly in completely to your spine, just a little bit, maybe an inch or two. The other way you can try and engage the different muscles is actually imagine, instead of breathing through your nose and sucking air in, that you're breathing through your feet. Or if you're sitting, through your sit bones up into your belly and into your chest that way. And yes, I know you're not really breathing that way, but just visualizing or feeling the air moving through from your feet can engage your lower abdominal muscles. And by engaging those first, you're creating space for air to be pulled in. So you're creating a vacuum in your body that then allows the air to move in much smoother. You're using much less tension. Now, if you do practice these things for the first time, don't go out and do them for a long time. Just do them for 5 to 10, 20 breaths, so that you don't give yourself sore muscles. Another thing that was pointed out to me was that if you're struggling with doing the sitting up or standing up, lying down can be helpful to try and use the belly breath, because then you're not engaging your core while you're trying to move it differently at the same time. And then also try and practice breathing through your nose, pulling air in. Pushing air out can be easier through the stomach, but when you don't use those pathways, they can swell up or be feeling stuffy, or you could have mucus in there. But even just trying to breathe through them can help open up some of those sinuses, some of those pathways. And all of those things are good, because as you're breathing through your nose, it helps to cool part of your brain. It's an ingenious system, how it works. And it also helps to filter the air through your nose structure. Whereas if you do it through the mouth, you don't get that filtering aspect. And you don't get the cooling aspect as well. or the warming, because it does the same thing. If the air is too cold, your nose cavity will warm your breath before it gets into the lungs. So I encourage you to play today. Play with your breath, and we'll see you another day. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Bye.